Okay, guys, how you doing? Welcome to Where's My Sage, a taste of the universe with your host, Mike and Kristie. Kristie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, Mr. Down to Business. How are you doing today?
I am just technical difficulties today. I tried to integrate some other stuff today so we could really show those wildwood things, and I got this wonderful little splitter, this wonderful little guy. I think they put a string on him to hang him.
Oh, I've seen those. That's cute.
Yeah, it works great, but it doesn't want to work. I have another one ordered. Yeah, it does not work because I really was gonna pull things, but I might have to go back to using good old hand mouse for right now if I want to do that, or kill the new camera. So, or you know what, I could probably plug it into the Chromebook here. So I've got both computers going. I've got the big screen. So I was just hoping to show some of the stuff from Wildwood. So
that'd be cool, but that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it up.
Yeah. Hello, Mary.
Hi, Mary. How are you? We're gonna just kind of chill out for a little while and banter. And what?
Well, my laugh machine is here. I don't think she'll laugh or not.
Your laugh machine?
Here, step up. My laugh machine.
Oh,
so
cute. What's her name?
Bombay. But she usually, if you get her laughing,
hi.
You gonna laugh? No, you're not gonna laugh today. A little stage fright. She's gonna chew on my face here. But everybody's putting their birds on today, I guess. So it's
very cool.
So
hey, birds are a good omen. They're a good sign.
Yeah. So Munchkin here. Oh, she can see herself. There she goes. Okay. So
hi.
She can't hear you.
Oh, so, what the heck? Oh yeah, I forgot your earbuds are in.
Yep. There we go. All right, now she's laughing. All right. So I was hoping earlier. I'm like, okay, she's chewing on me. Here you go. Oh. Okay. Go on back out there.
Okay.
So she was here. Now she's gonna hang out somewhere.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah. So she's coming good.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. I thought we had a laugh cycle there, but she does pretty good. She laughs for all the TV shows when, good.
Well, anytime we're just working and doing whatever, you can hear her with the door closed. I mean, all the way from the other room. She's loud when she wants to be.
When she wants to be, yeah. She walks out of the room and she's laughing out there, so I don't understand it.
It's like a baby, they'll do all the cute stuff when no one's around, and as soon as you want to perform, they're like, screw you.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Kimberly.
We're here to kind of help folks kind of find some entertainment during this wonderful
Hi, Mike.
COVID. Good morning, Mike. Good afternoon, actually. We're at Rawson.
Oh, how's she doing, Joe? Next time you talk to her, tell her I said hello.
She got me.
She got you where?
My thumb. I probably should have grabbed her a little different, but
you should probably go wash your hands. Not that your bird's not clean, but with everything else going on, you want to make sure you're.
Yeah, I'll get it there in a second. So I got stuff here. It's
whatever. I don't have to nurse you back to health, so it's all good.
No, I'm in Research Central here. There's plenty of stuff within inches of me.
Okay.
No, my tech closet's here. Knife shop's over there. So there's plenty of things to get into. So.
Oh, great.
Oh, Joe just got promoted. Congratulations.
Oh, good for you, Joe. Awesome. Congratulations. Hi, Karen.
So, hello.
I had my tea today, guys, because unfortunately, I am now fighting a sore throat. So I'm going to be taking things one step at a time today. I was kind of fighting it yesterday, so I didn't say anything. And this morning, it's still kind of like right across here on the inside. So don't make me. And also got the whole, like where I had the bronchitis before. I've been off the medicine for like, a week now. And so now I'm feeling it. So, sometimes my nurse practitioner pops onto these things. So, Maureen, be calling you on tomorrow.
Oh. Mary got promoted.
Oh, Mary got promoted. Oh, that's great.
So,
Oh,
Oh, huh. Having trouble with Periscope. So for those folks that were trying to get us on Periscope, it is not working today. So we're going to remove Periscope here today. Yeah. All right.
My page, your page, our page.
Yep.
YouTube.
Yeah. Let's go to my Instagram page. We'll add my page to there. There we go. There. All right. So we are out on Twitch, your page, my page, our group, our face page. So, okay. Yeah. See, there's another one. Honey.
I do. Listen, okay, number one, I'm a dental assistant, so you guys got to give me a little credit here. So, my background is what it is from the neck up. So he's always yelling at me, tea and honey. I'm like, I'm on it. I even have the raw honey, the dark honey, and it's all in here. This tea is probably a quarter honey, just because I like it sweet too. So trust me, guys, I am on the honey, I promise. I didn't put any lemon in it. What?
Yeah, put a little lemon in it.
Yeah, yesterday I overdid the lemon. I like lemon and I like honey in my tea, but today it's just honey, at least for right now.
My mother knows
lemon is not the cure-all, be-all, and sometimes it makes things worse. You need to understand that. So,
I hate honey and lemon together. I just know it works. I can't stand it. My mother will tell you I can't stand it.
Yes. So your mother has also messaged me a couple times in the last week and told me every time, get your tea and your honey and your lemon, your honey and your lemon.
And then use this solution. This is a medical professional telling us that we need to add the whiskey to it then.
All right, I'm on it. Does wine work? I know whiskey kicks it out of your system. When I was little, because when I was young, I used to get a lot of, my mom will still tell you, every time the wind blew, I got an ear infection. And yes, I know that does not necessarily cause it, but she always said, it just always seemed every time the wind blew, and as soon as I got back outside, I was getting another ear infection or strep throat. And so finally, when I was 10, I had my tonsils and adenoids out. So I don't even have that issue, like as far as, that kind of stuff goes. And I have not been this sick since I was a little kid. I have been sick, 4 times now? Twice with, and I was thinking too, I wonder if back in, because I got knocked down hard on Labor Day weekend. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was, end of the summer. You don't expect it. I was in bed for 3 or 4 days. I thought I was going to die. I wonder, with hearing about all the, the strain of this COVID thing going on, I'm wondering if I didn't get hit with it back then. Because boy, I'll tell you, I've not been down. I maybe get the flu once a year. That's it. I might get a couple of head colds that I can manage and work through. This has been horrible. Horrible. I should just go back to work at a hospital because I never got sick then. So I'm telling you, it's awful. It's awful.
Mary says try some vodka in the tea.
Did we have that vodka conversation yesterday? Does rum work as well? Because I'm a rum girl. I'm not a vodka.
Yeah, I think we got all that. We will be getting into some readings in a little bit. Just trying to get a few more people on there. And
I'm also going to pace myself, guys. I apologize because I am feeling icky. My back is hurting. My chest is hurting. It's like the bronchitis is coming back. So.
Hi, Carolyn.
Yeah. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Pam. Alcohol will kill the germs.
So any alcohol, right? Really?
Yeah, it looks. Hey, we got Everclear works too.
Hi, Mama Pat.
Yep.
Any alcohol at all? Well, earlier we made a run for my dad and my grandpa, so I brought Abby with me, my older daughter, and we went to Walmart, and so we get in the car, and I was gonna blow my nose, and she's like, she already had her Purell out, and she's like, no, do that first, right? So I had it all in my hands, and she's worse than me, but she's also taken nursing, so she, gave me 2 huge. I had a puddle in my hand, so here I'm slopping it all over, and I grabbed the tissue, and I go to blow my nose. I was like, and I just felt the burn of the alcohol from the Purell just go all into my sinuses and down my throat. I was like, well, if I'm not going to gag to death, unless it's going to kill whatever's in there. It was not a good thing. It's not good at all.
I could not get rid of the smell of that homemade stuff from yesterday. That was crazy. Yeah, I am not a patchouli person. Yeah.
Was that your shirt? Oh, cool.
Little Loch Ness, little Bigfoot. You did it yesterday. I'm doing it today. So.
Oh, you're such a copycat. See, you always just want to be just like me.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we should get you like a fun shirt to wear for every,
Going back to Hawaiian shirts, they're all really tactical,
Well, they're funny. Hey, ugly shirts, they work.
Plenty of them.
Get your collection.
So, just Mike shirts.
Your blue raspberry today. Good choice.
Yes. So, what do you think?
Buttons on my underwear.
So the plan for today, folks, is if we get a few viewers in, we'll be adding some folks in to come in and talk with us, if you're interested. Christie will be doing some readings, and I'll let you do your disclaimer. So numbers
are you going to put the banner across the bottom to tell people where to email their email address to, so we can bring them onto the show?
Yeah, that would make sense to put one of those together.
Guys, share this. Hi, Diana. That's my girlfriend right there. That's my girl right there. She has big things coming her way. So, whatchamacallit? I just lost my train of thought. So, so we had a fun idea. So we were thinking that we would bring people on, actually bring you up into the broadcast with us. You don't have to do it, but we figured, what the heck? If you want to be on with us, we'll bring you on with us. We can bring a couple of you on at a time. We can bring one person on. You can ask questions. We can just kind of talk about something you want to talk about for a little while. We can do that. And we're not on Paranormal Warehouse today. So as long as I can last, and if we go a little over, it doesn't matter, because God knows we have all the time in the world right now. Time is pretty much all we all have. So, so if you guys want to that we thought it'd be fun. Just come on and, shoot the shit with us. And that's my new phrase, hashtag shoot the shit. family friendly adult show. Problem? You're clashing again. You look like a Christmas ornament.
All right, let me
give you a garland necklace. Excuse me.
I get some lights. Hang on. Yeah. If that's how it is, we're just going to go in. My lighting in here today is more like me, so.
Yeah, but it looks kind of cool, because then you're like chameleon. You're going all chameleon-like. Just go.
Oh, you just want me to stick right here? Just
there you go.
That? Yeah, okay, we'll go with that all day. Yeah. There.
Ooh.
This was kind of cool here, Anyway.
Mike the floating head.
Yeah.
Hashtag just Mike the floating head.
I'm in space. Anyway.
Oh, that's something new.
All right,
hi, Francesca. Okay. Thank you. Amelia, hello. Oh, thank you. Amelia says she's a big fan.
Well, we appreciate you guys joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys. This is fantastic. Oh, and please, for those of you who are on Facebook, please like this, hearts, likes, thumbs ups, and please share this. Please share the heck out of this so other people can join in. Let's break up the monotony. It is nice. So I am going to say, I hope a lot of people are getting out today. I don't know what it's like over by your house, but out where I live, it definitely is beautiful sunny day. It's cold, it's crisp, but you can definitely bundle up and get outside. So what's it like by you? Besides being mud puddle-ish.
It's sun's out there.
Good.
I might actually get out in the shop and try to work on some knives today. We'll see how that goes. And just get one more screen up here.
Mike's creative outlet. Mike also has another business, X8 Tactical. Why don't you tell them about that? You don't ever really bring that up.
Yeah. X8 Tactical. The Tactical Bigfoot Research is actually a subsidiary of X8 Tactical. Anyway, I make tools and knives for military, law enforcement, and the professional chef. So it was kind of my thing to get me out of the house and working with my hands. But it also lets me kind of work at what we're doing, some of the field skills, what you're going to need when you're out there. So it goes back to the whole tactical Bigfoot thing, making sure you have enough gear to get you out in the woods. There we go. I'm trying to put one more screen up on the other side so I can see if anybody sends us emails in. Okay. So made some really nice knives for some military guys, for some law enforcement folks, so for some professional chefs. So it keeps me busy, keeps me out. But I haven't made one in about 6 months. But today's a beautiful day to get out there and get out in the forge, work in the shop. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. So,
but we'll see if we actually do it this time.
Yeah, sure. There we go. I'm working with two monitors. Okay. So what do you think?
Excellent. Well, try not to think too much if you want the honest answer.
So let's see, we got a few people in here. So what's everybody else doing today to get in? What's your self distancing, social distancing going on today? What are you doing for that? What's everybody doing?
I wore gloves at Walmart.
Yeah, but did you wear rubber gloves or did you wear
No, and I know that doesn't
gloves?
I know what I need to be wearing, but I thought at the last minute it's better than just going,
So
handed on the handrail.
Did you take the gloves off like this and drop them right in the washing machine, or did you take them and leave them right in the car?
They're in my hamper, exactly where they're not supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? What have you done when you go out in public?
I go for the hand sanitizer as soon as I
Which
can.
doesn't work on this, but okay, go ahead. And
shower a gazillion times a day.
And what?
And shower a gazillion times a day and take my temperature all the time. Can't even get in the door at work.
Prevent. What are you doing as a preventative?
We're working on the show. Yes, it is definitely a good day to get out for a ride. I wanted to go bigfooting, but my research partner has sequestered quarantined himself in the house. So,
yay, Paul.
Yeah, you don't want to get that virus. Groceries. Yeah, and just staying away from. Homemade banana bread. Now that sounds good.
That seems to be the theme. Because I made it, or Brianna made it, and Chris Reap, actually, when I was chatting with her yesterday from Reap Investigations, she was like, oh my God, I have banana bread in the head. Now I have to make it. It sounds so good. It's like the theme of the week, and I've seen other people making it, just posting pictures on Facebook. I still have some ripe bananas. I should do that. It's nice to freeze. You guys, you can freeze stuff like that, which is great, or eat the whole loaf like I do one day, but hey.
Brandenburg Dairy. You gotta.
So wait a second. Where is Burn Dairy? Wait, is she local?
We got Burn Dairies out our way.
Your way. Oh, she's out by you. Because I
don't know where
she
is, but
I love
Burn Dairy.
Where do you live, Kimberly? I know I was probably supposed to know that. I don't remember. But I love Burn Dairy. I love their ice cream. I love their yogurt and their chocolate milk. So, yeah. We still have out my way in Sanborn. We still have Hoover Dairy. And I mean, they have the old style milk trucks. They have, the glass bottles that you're supposed to return. They sanitize them, they reuse them. They still deliver if you have a milk box. It's awesome. I mean, you can get it either you can go there or you can get it in other places too, but it's really good. And they make the best eggnog. I'm not huge on eggnog, but oh my God, do they make a good one. Especially if you put some cinnamon and Malibu rum in it. It's
Kimberly's in Corning.
Oh, okay.
Karen is baking. Yes, that's where you can find flour. Right? I started looking.
Yeah. You started looking for what?
Started looking for potatoes to make potato flour. At least I can make some gnocchi or something like that, or you can use the big bread and the backup staples. Hoover Dairy Where is Hoover Dairy? They've got milk chocolate, she's saying. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, Karen, you're by me then. Yeah, that is the best. Hoover's is still, yeah. They're I did that wrong. Oh my god. Yeah.
So Christie, there's a message on the private if you want to take a look at that quick. And nope. Tab down.
Oh, this is what you were working on last night.
Yes.
You didn't have a chance to collaborate on this yet. I gotcha. Hey, there's a notification. There's a private message. All right.
Freezer breads. Yes, that works with.
Oh, I see how this works. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah. So, wow, that's a loud keyboard.
I just made the dog bark. Poor Max. I think someone's coming in. Whoops, my bad. So anywho.
So we do have somebody that's interested in joining us. So
okay, so how this will work, we need to get your we need your email addresses. So for whoever wants to come on, whether you want to ask a question live on the show with me, you can still put your questions in the chat room. We'll still look at the chat room as well. But if you want to actually come on live, we need to send you an invite to come on to the show. So we need your email address. So yeah, let's bring her on if she wants to.
But email us. The email is down at the bottom. And you'll get the email. It may come in your regular email, and it may come to your spam. But it's going to be from us, from Where's My Sage. And let me send a response there. So I'm doing the whole tech thingy. So
I'm just kind of sitting here. No, I can see it too. I can jump in.
Just responding to our first person. And okay.
Well, I could really mess with this, couldn't I? Like with everything that you've done to get this all set, I could just go and click on something and screw everything up for you, couldn't I?
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. That's why I have two computers I'm working with right now.
That's such a jerk.
All right, so I'm gonna throw you one here.
Okay, bring it on. Let's go. First question.
All right. While we're waiting for our first
no
guest,
promises.
I'm coming back up to 12. There we go.
Quarantine show.
Maxine, you're reaching out to us from UK. It's
Maxine.
Mothering Sunday in the UK today, and Mom's in Heaven. Miss her a lot. Is she with me?
Oh yeah, and the first thing I saw was a bright shining star. Very specific. A bright shining star. All of a sudden, the back of my neck is tensing up and tightening up, and I feel like I can't breathe. And no, that's not me. And I feel like she had these issues. Sorry, guys. They're working on a car in my garage, so Max is going to bark whenever anyone comes in and out. You're going to hear people down the show, too. I'm seeing a little girl. I feel like she's bringing up your daughter or someone's daughter. And so she knows about her and she's with her as well. Yeah, for sure. Something about sewing. Sewing. Yes. That's it though. That's all I'm seeing. So, I didn't really give my spiel, but that's okay because people pop on and off here. So I'll just explain it. So when somebody comes to me and they communicate with me in a way where I'm not seeing them, or they're only using their voice, or they're only showing me like symbols or certain specific things or giving me feelings, it tells me a lot about what was going on at the time of their passing, which was that they were not able to think clearly or communicate effectively and or at all. And So it could have been 2 months before they died or 6 months before they died. And so that's just my understanding with spirit in a way that I know what's going on, but I like to explain these things because then it's more validation for you as well, to know that the person really is who they are or who they say they are. So, yeah. So that's it. She's not saying anything else. Short, sweet, and to the point. And I feel like that's how she was personality wise too. So I feel like she's letting her personality come out as well. All right. So thank you for your question, Maxine. All right.
We lost her. Our guest was there. I saw an extra little head there, and then she's gone.
She was probably like, "Oh hell no!"
Good laughs. What do we do? So we'll wait for Diana to come back. And Karen's wondering, why do I keep seeing? There she is. So we'll come. She keeps seeing these numbers, and while we're doing that, I'm going to bring Diana in here.
Excuse me.
Okay. So
why do I keep seeing? Okay, so I'm not totally versed in numbers, but what I can tell you is 1s, 2s, 3s. Those are angel numbers. So whenever you're seeing those numbers, whether they're by themselves, whether they are, in 12s or 10s or 11s or whatever, those are angel numbers and they're very good. And 3, I'm being told from the right side, has something to do with an archangel or hierarchy of angels. So look that up, Google it, find a book, do something like that. But those are angel numbers. So they're letting you know that they're around you. Okay. So yeah, thank you for your question on that. What's up, lovely?
Hang on, I got to unmute the.
I got it.
There we go. All right, there we go.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hi, how are
Good,
you?
how are you?
Good, Joe. I didn't know you did all that. Now it's good to know.
Who for what?
Joe with the tactical.
Mike.
Sorry.
I get called a lot of different things, so Joe's the new one though.
Which one in your life?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna hashtag you Mike Joe. Just Mike and Joe. How are you, lovely?
I'm great. How are you guys?
We're doing good.
We're hanging in there.
Oh, see, somebody else said hi, Joe. See what I started?
Wendy. Of course, Wendy jumped right on that. That's right, Wendy. It could be worse. Right? She could have gone to that. I'm gonna go.
Uh-oh.
Mike's a good sport, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. So you want to tell us a little bit about your business?
You talking about my business?
Yes, your business.
Even
though it's closed for the time being.
It is closed for the time being. Yeah. I have a gift shop on Grand Island called Pink Martini Gift Shop. And it's like a boutique gift store. We try to just bring lots of people a little bit of happiness one way or another, and gifts are just coming in and hanging out with us. Christie comes in often and we share her talents with some gallery readings that we do. We were going to do.
We've done a bunch. We were going to do more.
But yeah, unfortunately, we know that we're all closed at the moment and just trying to figure out how to support small business any way we can.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Sorry, I got to put that up there. Floating head. I love it.
Hey, Christie.
Emily's
hi, who is that? Oh, hi. How are you?
I finally got her home. Yeah.
Awesome. I know we're going to miss it. I compare your shop to Joe Pieri's shop, Paranormal Oddities in Depew, because, people go into your shop and it's just a feel good place to go. You can go and have long conversations and be there for hours and, just find cool stuff and, make friends and the whole bit. And so it's awesome. So I definitely rank you right up there, your shop right up there with Joe's, and it's awesome. Yeah. So Grand Island, New York is where her shop usually is, it's just closed. So yeah, but that's awesome.
Are you still
doing well?
Are we? Oh yeah, we're all good. We're good.
Yeah. Good. That's important.
What was that, Mike?
Are you using? You have a lot of online sales, or your stores closed, and not just yourself going in, or can somebody find your website, or?
I do not have online sales, but I've had some customers because I also sell CBD products. So I've had customers contacting me via either email or Facebook Messenger, just in case they need refills or want to start. This is a good time to have the sleep and anxiety benefits of it. So, but no, pretty much I go in because I have a lot of stuff to do there. So some people, if they are out and about, they'll stop in if they need something, but we're trying to keep it at a safe distance. Yeah. I am at the liquor store though, which remains open.
Yes, she is.
Because they are essential. Yeah.
God only knows. I have my wine. I have not broken into it yet, but I have it. Yeah. When I need it and when I want to. So. Wow, that's awesome.
Are you keeping busy, Christie? Are you keeping?
People have slowed way down, but I'm keeping busy with other things. This one's always on me to make the next slide for the next show, so that takes time and doing different things. But yes, definitely keeping busy. I have when people are in and out all the time, and the kids and doing their thing, and or just here, always here.
You can still keep working via FaceTime, so you get a good social distance with your.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, but a lot of people that I did have scheduled, some still insist on waiting, and that's fine. You can certainly do that, but a bunch of my clients, I ended up doing phone readings or video. We do video chat too, so it was kind of nice. And I can do parties this way too. I've already done parties this way. I've had people in different states and done either group readings, or they set up like one monitor in a room, and I gave all private readings this way, and they just had the party in the other part of the house, and they had one room designated for the private readings. So there are still lots of options. And so I'm thinking that once people realize that I do that, it'll pick up a little bit more. But hey, everything happens for a reason. Whenever I'm slow, it's for a reason. And whenever I get inundated and bombarded, it's for a reason too. So the universe knows what it's doing. God knows what he's doing. So I just go with the flow and trust that. So
that's all we can do right now.
That's right. Seriously. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. Well, thank you for popping on. I should probably answer some questions. Did you have a question? Although we just talk all the time anyway. Yeah. You know where to find me.
I had an odd dream last night that I looked up in our dream book. I had a dream about windshield wipers.
Really?
So really sure, like a windshield wiper came crashing down in front of me. So I looked it up, and it was like, you're looking for help and getting clarity on the situation.
All right. That's good. See, it reinforces everything we've already talked about. That's awesome.
Have a great show. Bye, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for joining us.
Here, it's very sassy today. I like it.
Sassy? Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Stay well.
You too.
Bye.
Let's see.
All right. That was Diana. Oh,
hang on.
Hey.
Still there.
There we go.
You have a really bad habit of doing this. Either clicking me off or bringing us on.
Yeah. Let's see. Kim shared. Thank you. Technology is not some days the thing to go with. It likes us. It doesn't like us, especially when we're doing. Christie's doing her thing, or we're doing an investigation. For some reason, technology is just it's there. More equipment's died. But if you want to try one more time to send her email, we'll try to get you on there.
You can even text it to me if you want. My phone number is public. Everybody in the world has my phone number. So you can even text it to me if you want to do that as well. Maybe you want to add my number to the one more thing for you to do. But I don't want to screw it up at this point. But for those of you who want it, it's 716-472-3151. And so if you just you can text it to me if it's not working. Only text it to me if it's not working, because if I'm reading, I don't want my phone to blow up and then we'll miss you. Put it up here so we can both see it. But
it's much easier if you can email us straight on, because I need to copy it and put it into the invite. So much better to turn around and use the email, please. So Avon has a question for you. I was wondering if you have anything for her.
Hi, hear Max barking outside.
Yep.
Going nuts. I keep seeing Crayola crayons. That's what I'm seeing. And it's not going away. So hopefully you can connect with that on some level. All of a sudden I can't breathe and there's a female stepping forward. She wore an apron, and it looks like the kind of apron that was tied around the waist, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be a full-on apron as well. A full, like a, you know. She's saying, tell her bread. I feel like she made bread, even if it was maybe not every day. Maybe it was a holiday bread or something specific. Oh, wow, but I'm having a hard time breathing in, and this is not me. And it's staggering. It's like it really is menacing is the word I want to use. She's reassuring you, I'm okay now, and she's in the light. So she is okay. This definitely feels like your grandmother, though. She just keeps pointing to crayons. She just keeps showing me these crayons, this box of crayons. So if you can validate anything, that'd be great. But thank you for your question. Yeah, thank you. That was all. It was kind of like, boom, I'm done. So awesome. Here, I'll just unmute him.
There.
You're unmuted. I'm going to have to watch you with that. Go ahead.
No, you remuted me. At least
I unmuted you.
And then never mind. Anyway, we're both hitting the same button at the same time. Pam lost her mom last month. We're sorry for your loss.
Hi, Pam.
Is she watching over myself, my kids? Did she know I was with her when she passed?
You were holding her hand. She remembers that. When she was laying in the bed, I feel like you were on the left side of her. She keeps showing me your daughter. And yes, I do know Pam, and I know her daughter. And I keep seeing her spinning and dancing in one of her dance costumes, suicidal costumes, whatever. And she keeps saying, you keep your eye on that one. You keep your eye on that one. She's also telling me it was quick. What she means by that is there was a certain point where spiritually she was gone, even though her body didn't respond that way. And something about a blanket. She keeps saying something about a blanket. Eric needs to play football. Your son needs to play football. Oh, she's taking my breath away. Keep playing, keep playing. She says, thank you for everything. I feel like you are the most hands-on. And they're the most. She makes me feel like your siblings helped out in ways that were still helpful and in ways that they could help. Excuse me, but I feel like you were the one who was there next to her physically, cooking, helping her, getting things for her, holding her hand, things like that. So yes. Okay, that's it. Yeah, thank you for your question. And just so you guys know too, if you want to know just a couple things about your questions, for those of you who have not done this with me yet, please give me the name of the person. Please only stick to one person or one question. Okay. Your question's fine. It all gets wrapped up. But when you give Mike these paragraphs or me these paragraphs to read, it's too difficult. But it helps me in this kind of a venue if I know the person's name. Okay. And it's kind of cool too. I'd love to give you a reading on the broadcast if you want to come on and do that. It's kind of like getting a one-on-one with me. So, you know, I can do it anywhere. It's not going to hurt anything, or it's not going to be different if you don't do it. But, you know, just to make it a little more personal too, you know, we thought we'd give that a shot. So keep it short and simple, please. Let me know who the person is you want to hear from. If there's somebody you want to hear from, give me their name, not just mom or dad. And, you know, just keep your questions. You can ask many questions, just one at a time, you know, with your posts. All right. Okay.
Okay. So Avon wanted to confirm it was grandmother. And thank you. All right. So last one was Pam. So folks, I'm looking at about 5 different screen or feeds, so it may take me a second. I did have somebody reach out about coming on, so I'm going to hold off on a return email on that. So once I get a call, follow back up from Kim, we'll see if she wants to go live with us. So we'll hold off on that one. So.
Yes, and I always appreciate the validation. It just makes things, you know, it's cool for everyone to be able to see, but I'm not going to lie, always getting validated. It does make it easier to read. If we were one-on-one, we'd be validating all along. But it's just neat, you know, especially in this kind of a venue, to get the feedback from people as well. And so everyone else can see it too. It's just fun. All right. So thank you for that. Excuse me.
Okay. So the next one up there is from Linda. Hi, Christie. Anything for my mom? I miss her so.
She's using the word torture. And that's in different respects. She means it in different ways. It was, she felt like it was a bit torturous towards the end, but not necessarily physically. It was mentally, knowing that the circumstances that caused her to go downhill with the way she passed. But she means it more for you. It was hard for her to have to deal with that, knowing it was coming. But she made her peace with it. She also admits to struggling with her faith at certain times and certain points of life, especially as she got older. But she's reassuring you that she was where she needed to be in order to be able to go where she needed to go on the cross and do what she needed to do when it was her time. She was in a good place, she's telling you. She's acknowledging more so that it was for you, that it was more torture for you because she says, you got stuck with me. She says that she knows it was not easy for you. Charlie was a trooper. And Andy was a big help. Somebody used to tuck her in at night too. Somebody used to tuck her in bed. She remembers that especially. That was definitely a loving thing that stuck with her. Take care of your kittens. You don't need so many of them. All right. Thank you so much for your question. I miss you. We have to catch up soon, okay? Linda and I go way back, but she's been, she moved away a few years ago. I can't believe it's been so long already. And so we really have not been in touch anymore. And it's just been crazy just because life is what it is. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Michael.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. I was coughing, so I didn't want to. So, Avon, would it help you know she was shot in the chest? I would explain your breathing. So there's your validation on that.
Thank you.
Pam is thank you for having a blanket.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hello, Carrie. Kim V, I just sent you an email. You should be getting the invite. If you just want to check, it may be in your inbox, and it may be in what am I looking for? The spam folder, but it should be on top, and it should be right from the same email you got everything else from. Linda said thank you.
Love you too, Linda.
So while we're waiting for Kim to come on with us for her question, Lisa Matthews. So, hey, Christie, is there any message for me? I lost my dad a little over a month ago, and I miss him. Lisa, sorry for your loss.
I'm trying to slow him down because his energy is totally revved up. I feel like he wants to come through and show more of himself and really step forward. But if he does, it's going to be like a blast on me, and he doesn't want to like overwhelm me. But I also feel like that was his personality. Everything they do with me, every way they handle me and communicate with me is for a reason. So that's why I explain so much. I keep saying a basketball, if that makes any sense. A basketball. He keeps telling you you're not ready. And it's not that you're not ready to talk to him. He means there's something going on in your life and you're not ready for it yet. Or there's something maybe you're considering. I also pick up on a daughter or a little girl. I'm hearing niece. So when I hear something like that, when they say something like that to me, it means they want to talk about the person or the thing or the situation that's alive or present now. So you have a niece, and I almost feel like this message maybe is for somebody else who needs to hear it. Excuse me. Not ready. And you guys too, I'm going to tell you, whenever I'm coming at you in the first person perspective with a message and you're thinking to yourself, this isn't me, I can't validate this, this means nothing to me, but I am insistent on it because they're insistent on it, that's Spirit's way of letting me know, we know that we're not talking about you, we're talking about someone close to you. So even though you're asking a question, you may get a message for somebody else. And I know it seems like, well, what the heck, but sometimes that happens. So in this case, I feel like this partly has to do with you, Lisa, but I also feel like it has to do with somebody that you're closer to, like a sister or something like that. It could be sister-in-law, stepsister, ex, it doesn't matter, but somebody who falls into that category. And so that is I feel like her, yep, I know. Okay. I feel like there's somebody there's going to be some sort of move or movement or transfer or transition And I feel like that's for your sister or the person who falls into that category, not necessarily you, but there's a situation in your life as well that you're being told you're not quite ready for it either. Bide your time. Okay. Awesome. Really?
Watching you.
One of our new mascots. Oh, cute.
I didn't realize it came up there. All right, let's get rid of close that out.
Oh, that's cute. So thank you, Lisa, for your question. Best of luck. And you guys, as always, please remember this is a tricky situation that we're in. You know, this venue is a little difficult. So if you're not sure of something, if you need clarification, I take some notes. Call me the next day. Don't call me right away, but call me or send me a message and I'll get back to you probably by the next day or later that day. And I'll definitely help to clarify something for you because I don't bore you with my spiel. And most of the time people don't hear it or remember what I say anyway. So I will definitely help try to decipher whatever I can. Okay. And clarify anything I can.
Okay.
So who do we have here?
We have Kimmy here with us. Hi, how are you today?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to see you.
It's very nice to see you also.
Oh, thank you for tuning in.
You're welcome.
So I did see your question up above, but if you want to go ahead and ask your question of Christie, where we got you right here, and I won't mumble it.
Okay. 2 years ago, I don't want to cry. My mom passed away on New Year's Day, and then my dad passed away 6 weeks later on his birthday. And I know neither of them were sick until that year, so it was like both. It was very sudden. So anything, I don't have a direct question because I have so many questions. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Spell your mom's first name for me.
Anne.
N-A-N-N-A.
A is an Edward. A-N-N-E.
Oh.
It was, yeah, Anne.
Oh, I like that. Okay,
It's
what was your dad's name?
It's an easy one to remember.
Yeah, right.
What about your dad?
His name was James.
Spell it.
James.
Thank you. And yes, just for the record, for you and everybody else, I can spell. The reason I ask you, I do this when you're live with me or one-on-one with me, or anywhere that you're in person with me, because it's not because I can't spell. It's because I'm listening for your voice vibration. Actually, it just helps the flow of the energy. It doesn't hurt anything if we don't do it. I just find that it's helpful to me, which is another cool way or reason to have you guys on, and actually hear your voices. So when you mentioned your mom, the first thing I heard was rebirth. Her death to her was a rebirth. Would that make sense to you?
I just said that yesterday.
Thank you. Because that's exactly the thing I heard, quote unquote, rebirth. And as far as your dad goes, he just simply said, I couldn't live without her. They knew she was going to go. He was hoping to go first. He did not want to live without her. So one way or the other, he was going. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I guess he was with her for so many years, but they had a really crazy relationship. Like, they weren't very nice to each other.
No. He said she drove me to the freaking wall.
But I do believe, like, it was heartbreak. Like, I truly do. And, like, some part of me thinks that he might have, like, my mom got sick suddenly. She was only 65. And my brother had died 10 years previously, and he was real big in the New Year's Day parade. I'm from Philadelphia. So she was in a coma and I didn't think she was going to make it. And she made it. And then for her to die on New Year's Day, like, I was in more peace with it because I was like, my brother came and got her. Like, that's how I felt anyway.
Who's the J or the George? Ja?
My brother's Jay.
Thank you.
That's what he's passed also.
Spell his first name.
James, James, but we call him Jay.
Okay, so that's why I got the J.
Yeah.
So your brother's here also. They're together. There's also a dog there. They have a dog with them.
Cookie?
Yeah. Like a light brown colored dog.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, this year was my brother's 10-year anniversary. He died at 44. Oh. And I'm from South Philadelphia, so I don't know if you're aware of where that's at, but the parade's really big. So there was a woman in a 7-Eleven, and she came up to me and she said to me, can I please talk to you? And she's like, he's screaming in my face. And I said, who? And she's like, your brother. She was like, she said, he's so annoying. And I'm looking at her like, at this point, I'm like, she don't even know my brother's dead. I don't know if to hit her or like, I'm like, because I didn't know how to take it. And then when she said to me, he said, don't be upset about his feet because they buried him in his mama's boots. And when we went to go view him, I was crying. And I said, his feet weren't crooked. I just wanted his feet straight. But it was because of the boots. But I knew right then and there, like, how did she know that? You know what I mean? Right. She said, he's literally she said, he's so pushy. He's in my face screaming at me. Tell my sister I'm here. I'm here.
See, their personalities don't change. He was a big guy, wasn't he?
Now, that would be my Uncle Jimmy. He passed the month before my mother.
No, I'm hearing larger than life. Okay, so when they come forward and they show me that they're bigger than they are or smaller than they are, they're actually describing personality. Because he showed me a motorcycle. So like your brother could have been 4 foot and walked into a room and commanded attention without saying a word. Is that a first statement?
That's exactly how he was.
So that's how it works for me. So he also showed me a motorcycle. Can you connect a motorcycle with your brother?
No, a jet ski.
Okay, so motorcycle, when they show me a motorcycle, that again is their way of describing with a symbol their personality. It tells me that he was wild and crazy, probably rode the limit, a little reckless, knew how to have fun, got out and live life. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Okay. So again, and the fact that he's using symbols and sounds and feelings to communicate with me tells me that when he passed, he was not able to communicate effectively and or at all. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So know that your family is always around you and they're right there with you. And clearly they're hearing what you say every day. So you better watch it.
No, I didn't need to hear that.
So thank you so much. And thank you for always tuning in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Thanks, you too, honey. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
All right. There we go. Let's see. Who do we have next? That was one Kim. Here's the other Kim.
All right. Hi, Kim.
So, let's see. I have 2 questions, but you don't need to answer both. Are there any messages from my biological father, John? And I'm having a manipulation tomorrow. Will I be able to go back to work and recover from it?
I feel like we're not going to deal with your biological father today. I heard no. Don't take it personally. That could be for a lot of reasons. Take advantage of your time off to look for something else. You don't even want to go back to this job. And I don't blame you. I think it's a crappy work environment. I don't like it. I think that people are awful and it's no longer good for you. I think it's quite toxic. And if not already, it's on its way. Your spirit guides are actually stepping forward and saying, you're better than this. And you can find something and you will find something because they're going to help you. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. I'm not even sure exactly what you mean when you say manipulation. That to me can mean a few things. But I do feel like you will be able to recover and you will heal. I actually think it's going to be better for you than you realize or that you think. So make sure you listen to the doctors, you follow the instructions, you do what you're supposed to do. And as long as you allow yourself time to heal properly the first time, I really feel like things are going to be okay and then even better for you than you think. Yeah. So thank you so much for your question and thanks for always tuning in. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.
I don't want to hear myself today. I guess that's what it is,
I think that me and the people out there are going to start taking bets on how long it takes you to realize that you're on mute. We're just going to let you go one of these days, and we're just going to see how long it takes you.
My face doesn't break the camera. My voice will break the microphone. So, Mary's got a question. Christie, what are your thoughts about this virus? How long will it last? Thanks.
So I try not to get into too many political things or prediction things. Sometimes I have them, sometimes I don't. My feeling is I do feel like it's going to take us probably into July to get a grip and have life start getting back to normal. I do feel like it already has gotten worse, but I think we're not past that part of things yet. I think it's going to get a little bit worse before it starts to get better. Somebody had put on Facebook not too long ago a passage from one of Sylvia Browne's books from years ago. And for those of you who don't know who Sylvia Browne is, she was a very famous psychic medium, and she was well known for many years. She's now passed, but somebody highlighted a passage where she actually predicted this year in this kind of a situation. And when I read that passage, I agreed with it. I felt like she was accurate. And that was that this illness, this pandemic, this epidemic was going to come out of nowhere, hit, and be gone as quickly as it came. And it was going to be over with as quickly as it came. But then it's going to hit us again even harder. And I forget how many years. I'm not going to quote it, but maybe say within, maybe 10 years or something, some chunk of time is going to go by. And it's supposed to hit again. But, I agree with that. When I read it, it felt right. When things like this happen, it's because we as people and we as human beings and planet Earth and whoever, we are supposed to be learning from this. People have said to, the Earth is trying to heal itself. They need us to calm down with all of our garbage and our man-made crap that's hurting the Earth. And I don't disagree with that. But the part that my guides have me focused more on is how we treat each other as human beings, and getting back to basics in a way, and remembering how to treat people and how to be a human being and how to have compassion and how to have empathy and how to have sympathy and how to just give the benefit of the doubt and to think for ourselves. And I even feel like there's going to probably be some issue with technology at some point, because as much of a blessing as it is, it's also a huge curse on us. It's our kids, these generations. When I say that, I'm in my early 40s. I have 2 kids in their 20s now, and I have a 12-year-old. And the 20-year-olds, they know a little bit more about how to do things, how to memorize things, how to do things, we'll say manually, the old way, whereas the 12-year-old really does not. I try to teach her things. I know a lot of people I know try to teach their kids things as well, because we need to kind of know what to do and how to read a phone book and things like that. So I really feel like this is a time where we're supposed to be taking advantage of all that and realizing that. So, those are the things that I'm more focused on, and as a whole with my work, I'm focused on. But I do feel like we are almost through the thick of it, but I don't think we're there yet. And then I think it's going to take a while to get a handle on it. But we will get there. And I do agree that it will most likely be by the summertime, so that's what I think about that. So thank you for your question.
Definitely throwing up our investigations, putting them way off. So
yeah, but everything happens for a reason. We have to remember that, and we do believe that. We're big believers in that. But it's
okay. So Kim's got a quick follow up. Yes, it was. It's understanding, rotator cuff manipulation, and thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Lori, thanks for watching. And we're gonna come.
Thank you, Lori.
Trying to get through.
You guys are all awesome. I can't do what I do without any of you. So.
Yep.
I would sit here and just talk to myself all day, which I do anyway. But
let's see. Let's go down here. Okay, here's a big one. All right. This is okay. I'm not muted for once. Ever since I was about 5 years old, every home I've lived in has some kind of paranormal, supernatural activity. I see things, feel things, hear things. Most of the time, it's like a slideshow movie playing in my head. I constantly feel like a cloth is being draped over me that's full of different emotions that are not mine. My grandmother definitely had some type of abilities, and she was the only person I was able to talk to about this. Growing up, family were very religious, and ... And that's all I have there, and I don't see another follow-up for that. Again, folks, if you're interested in doing, asking your questions live, please send us a email. I'll put that back up in a second. And I'm going to take this down so we can see Christie. You've got all that there.
Wait, I'm going to pull Cesare. Where is he? Get him on here. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you are almost. Doing a Chris. So... love
you. We love Chris.
So, for those of you guys who don't know Chris DeCesare, check him out. Ghost Boy Geneseo. It's got some really interesting experiences in a college dorm room of all places, where they actually had to get the Catholic priest in and do a cleansing on the dorm. Kind of weird, right down the street from where I work. So, okay, I'm gonna shrink that one down. So that was from Amelia.
Thank you for your question, Amelia. Yeah, you are definitely gifted. And it's funny because I laugh when people say to me, do you ever walk into a house haunted, or do you ever, have experiences in different houses, or have you ever been to a haunted house? And I'm like, everywhere I go is haunted. Everywhere I go, I can run into something or somebody.
Don't try going to dinner with her. She stops everybody. Yeah, it's an experience.
You know what? I don't want to hear it. You have your own issues, okay? So, hey, it's the nature of the beast. What do you want from me? Yet here you still sit. Oh, is that an Oreo, you rotten bastard? Don't choke. Don't choke. Where's your milk? Don't choke. I'm rotten, aren't I? Okay, so anywho, we'll let him chomp down his cookie, and then I wonder if he made that cookie. Okay, Amelia. So you are empathic. The feelings you're getting that are not yours, I believe you that they're not yours. I know you know what you're talking about. There's a very distinct difference. Smile. Do you have cookie in your teeth? Come on. Let's see it. All right. Anywho, so being an empath can be very difficult. It can be very difficult because you are picking up on everybody else's emotions that are around you. You are also picking up on spirit and whoever else is trying to communicate with you. Emotionally, mentally, physically, I got all of it. So I am able to feel all different things. And I did not have anybody to go to as well. My grandmother was the only one. And my personal feeling is she had some gifts, but because she was so religious, she was not able to talk about it or acknowledge it in that way. She was also from a generation where they didn't really acknowledge it at all. So that was really difficult. And when she died, she was the only one I could talk to. And when I say talk to, I mean, I'm frozen on the couch and I feel like somebody's standing a few feet away from me and I'm scared to death. That's how I could describe it. And so I can totally relate to you. My advice to you is to really rely on your faith and try to find somebody to mentor with that's in your area that can work with you to help you understand what's going on and to help you pinpoint the things that the way this is going to work for you is the best way I can say it, and to understand. You're not far off the mark. You're describing everything that I can relate to, and most mediums and empaths and psychics can relate to. So, if you have any questions about that, you can always call me and we can have a chat too. I'm happy to help you if I can. But it's always better to work one-on-one with somebody that's close to you. I don't know where you are or where you live in the area, but that's the best thing you can do for yourself as mentor and take a class or work with somebody. Okay. So don't worry, you're not crazy. And everywhere you go, you will be the one susceptible to picking up on whatever's there. People think, oh, this is a new building. This is a new build. And so this is clean. No, there's land, there's air. If you're shining brightly, like we all do, because you're open to your gifts and your light can shine bright, spirits can find you 10 miles away. They're going to be attracted to the light. So, yeah, none of us are safe. So the best thing you can do is empower yourself and gain control, learning what this is for you and how it works for you. Okay. So good luck with that, sweetie.
Okay. Kim A just asked if she could join us, so I'm going to send her an invite. So that's on the way. I didn't see her email came in before we did her question, but she still wants to join us. We can make that happen.
Very cool.
So from Shreen Lore, I know she tried to reach out to us yesterday, and we really weren't doing any readings yesterday.
You know what? Hold on a second. I wrote myself a note when I saw her name. Okay. Shereen, I think I was supposed to get back to you the first time when I got really sick a few weeks ago. If you call me tomorrow, honey, we'll talk. Okay. I apologize. Sometimes things get away from me. I thought I got back to everybody, but there were a few people I overlooked. So I think you did contact me because I got really sick the day after that show and then popped on Saturday and I was still sick. So if you get a hold of me, we will definitely have a chat. Okay. You don't have to wait for it here. We'll definitely talk one-on-one for sure. Okay. Yeah. I apologize for that. All right. Oh, who do we have here? His hair's starting to bother me. I knew I should have pulled it up.
Me and the mute button today. Maybe they're doing it from the other room. I don't know.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Amelia, and we got everything you said was right on the money. You guys are awesome. We're going to bring Kim in. And hello, Kim. How are you today?
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Oh, I'm faithful. You know that.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. So what are you doing? How are you boating this really awkward and time that we're in? I don't even know how to describe it anymore.
Well, it doesn't hit me like it hits you guys because I've been off since October. So the used to not working, I'm not used to it, but I've accepted it, so to speak.
You're kind of in the mood or the mode, the groove of things.
Right. Right. Now, I'm ready to go back to work. And when I go back to work, I'll be able to work because I'm in the healthcare field. So I'm a home health aide, but I just got to get this all taken care of and go from there. But yeah, I've just been trying to stay in, and I go walking every other day. Good. I can't walk every day, but I go walking every other day. And the weather, the temperature really debates whether I walk. Because if it's 20 degrees,
Yeah, no, you can't. What state are you in?
I'm in Corning.
Oh, you're the one in Corning. Okay, so you're. Yep. Oh, yeah, totally get it. Totally get it. Yes. Definitely understand that. So you're in New York. So did you get? I actually got an email yesterday from the state of New York. Because I still have a license. I keep my license up for dental assisting. So I don't know if any of you out there have gotten the same one. They actually sent out emails asking for your what your skill set is. They send a whole bunch of questions and they take this survey because they are in such need of people who can do different things, even if it's just blood pressure, even if it's just knowing how to triage somebody to go in and help just to ease the burden on the people doing like the heavier lifting, we'll say,
right.
Did you get anything like that?
No, but I wonder if it's because I've been off for so long. If I was active, that would probably be different, and I'd probably get that.
I have not worked actively in 6 years. I have not been in dental in 6 years.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe there's coming out. I was just really surprised because, I mean, I have worked anywhere from the OR in a county hospital to the dental school to private practices, and I've been all over and lots of different experience. But yeah, I was really shocked that they're in that kind of a need. But I guess maybe I shouldn't be at this point,
Yeah. If I could go back to work, believe me, I told you I would. I'm so ready to go back to work.
Sure.
But I still have, like you said, I have that little ways left to go yet. And it's as frustrating as it is. I understand it.
Yeah.
So, and the hard part is I had just said to a friend, I've got to do that manipulation, but it's an elective surgery, so to speak. And so they won't do it, But then no more said that. And like an hour later, I got a call from the doctor's office saying, hey, we're going to schedule your surgery for Monday.
Really?
I was like, but it's an elective. And he said, yes, but it's time sensitive because the longer I sit here after the rotator cuff and heal with all the scar tissue, it will be more invasive if I wait too much longer.
So really, it is important that you get it done as soon as you can. It's not
right.
It really
right.
is, but it's not. It's not like a cosmetic type of a thing. There really is a medical necessity to this next. It's like the next step.
Yes. So, and he said that, and he goes, and we don't have to use any of the stuff that they don't want us to use because I'll just go under general anesthesia with a block in my arm. So he said it's pretty quick. It's not invasive. It's not going to take forever. So I said, okay, well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Well, prayers for a quick recovery on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, and it's hard when you're texting and stuff, but I wanted to tell you that last year, and I'm almost thinking it was like this time last year. Literally, when I say this time, I mean like this time. Because it was right around the time. Tomorrow is my mom's 8-year anniversary of being passed. And it was right around this time you had a thing. And I had asked you, you had made a mention about, she says, tell your brother she's sorry. And I had said to you, but I don't have a brother. And it was a week later, about 2 weeks later, I found my brother. From this day, like literally. And I think I had said that to you, like I did a review for you last year and saying how awesome that was and surprising.
And I'm sure I read it. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at them in a while, but.
And since then, I've also found 3 half sisters from my biological father's side.
Really?
So I've all of a sudden went from an only child to this.
So my next question was going to be, so how are things going? Is it a good thing you found a family? Maybe not. I don't know.
It is with my brother. It's been awesome. We talk, but he lives in California, so we can't see each other. And with my sisters, the youngest, I talk to her quite often on the phone. The oldest is dealing with ALS, and it's getting to that point now. Her words are slurred and stuff. And the middle one hasn't quite accepted it yet, but she's slowly getting there because Catherine has shown her pictures and all this. So I said, whatever, I'm not going to push if you want to accept that. you accept that, because that's a big change to be 60 years and find out you have a half sibling. It's a big change. So, yep. Slow but good.
Well, I'm glad it's mostly positive, and we'll definitely keep your sister, you know, all of you, especially in our prayers, though.
Yeah,
for sure. You know,
so
it's about quality over quantity too. There's a reason they came into your life and you into hers. So
yes,
you know, your one sister especially can try to embrace that and take what she can from it before it's too late.
Yes.
Yeah. Mike's playing with buttons. He's playing with buttons again.
He's playing with buttons again.
He has his habit. Welcome to my world. I mean, you know, you screamed it up short, and I was like, "What the hell?" Whatever.
So you guys, I will continue to watch, and you guys have a great show like you always do. And now you can put a face to a name.
That's you look just like your picture too, which is great, because a lot of people either don't put their own picture on there or they look very different because it's old. Association.
Yes.
So, you know, you are wonderful. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Best of luck. Let us know.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
You too.
Take care. Bye-bye. She's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I found myself in that situation quite a few times, especially in the last year or so, with the whole, ever since these, oh my God, since these tests have come out, you know, or even beforehand, just telling, you know, just I'm going along, doing my thing, just things are rolling off my tongue, talking about siblings. And finally the person looks at me and goes, I don't have any siblings.
Yeah.
And I open up this whole can of worms for them that I didn't even, you know, but it's like, okay. But the validation on that kind of stuff is really neat. It's really cool, because then it's nice to see people being brought together too, you know, and there's always that shock factor.
Yeah.
I mean, what I would do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how I would handle that, but
I know a guy that's what he did. He went and took the test, and you know, he always thought his father was somebody else, and he didn't really know. And this guy was like down the street, and he had like come across him multiple times, and and it was like, okay. And then he had a whole nother family, and he couldn't figure out why, because the person that raised him wasn't like a golf fan or something like that. He was a big golf guy. Just weird, you know, but restarting life in his 50s with a whole nother family he didn't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and those things are just there. So we got a couple of repeats, but I'm going to go to Joseph because this is his first question. Good afternoon.
Oh, he was on here.
Yeah, he's been on watching. He's viewing.
You're not as skeptical as you think you are, Buster. I don't want to hear
it. So you're watching, and you're there with us. So what do you got for Joseph there?
Let's see. You know, when I actually saw your question pop up earlier when it first came up onto the feed. I'm picking up on a hardcore grandfather, and he's wearing some sort of a hat. It almost looks like the kind of hat, like the old golf hat that buttons in the front, that snaps in the front. He's also talking about his name. I feel like you share his name, or there's something special about his name. You know, your spirit guides and your grandpa are kind of calling you out. You've had your own paranormal or unexplainable, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Why is my mind going blank all of a sudden?
Experience?
Yes, thank you. This is gonna be great because it totally went blank all of a sudden. Yeah, that's I feel like that's how your grandfather would get. I also feel like you have a father in spirit. Something about the name as well, your first name as well. I feel like you all share this name. I'm also seeing a checkerboard pattern. Checkerboard pattern. Can you shock Joseph? Does Kimberly know Joseph? Did I get set up here? Because if I got set up here, let me tell you. No. Checkerboard pattern, if you can actually validate that, that would be great. And somebody also had oxygen. There's a man with oxygen, the little thing in his nose. Usually when I see that, that's pretty specific. If it's generic, I just see the oxygen mask or the tank. But any kind of oxygen, I'm going to say. I would love for you to come up and to come onto the show with us if you're interested in doing that. That would be, I feel like I need to talk to you one-on-one for some reason. I'm seeing a rocking chair. You're going to have some difficult times coming up here, but you're going to be able to get through it. Hold your tongue and keep your temper is what you're being told. And then something about a new house as well. I'm hearing new house. When they say something like that to me, they're not talking about themselves or describing who they are. When I hear it, that's their way of letting me know they want to talk about somebody or something that's alive or present or happening now.
Christie,
a new house.
He has agreed to be on the show. So Joseph, if you want to send us an email at where'smysage@gmail.com, and I will send you an invite. And Kimberly basically likes, she's got my email. I got our email up there already for us. That basically she likes to shock the skeptics. Yeah, I've been there and had it in person. So Joseph, this.
We'll have to share the story about how we met and what actually happened when we first met. That would be funny because everyone's already seen how you jumped out of the chair at the event center.
Go ahead.
Funny. All right, story. Joe, we'll tell them. Well, no, it's our story because so. About a year and a half ago, that we only known each other for a very short.
One quick thing, guys. If you could share, get it out there. We're going to go a little bit here, but definitely please share this and get a couple other folks involved, especially if we've got some new skeptics. So sorry about that, but I forgot to get our what am I looking for? Public interest? I don't know. Or commercial line. Anyway.
I'm rubbing off on you today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too many Oreos. I'm over here drinking tea and eating cough drops, and you're eating Oreos.
I had one Oreo out of the package.
Did you make that yourself, by the way? I was going to ask you. Was that like your special Oreo, or was that your packaged Oreo, or did you?
No. Those were not s'mores. No, these are regular Oreos. Just well on a green screen. All right. Okay. Go ahead and tell our story. I'm going to get Joseph logged in with us here.
Okay, so it was funny because there was an investigation at Hinsdale. And Jack Henna and his team, and Mike is a part of one of the teams that work with Jack, and part of the team that actually Jack is a part of. They were going and they were running this particular tour. And so I just happened to see it advertised. And so last minute, I messaged Jack, who we were Facebook friends, but didn't know each other in any other way. I had met him in person once. And just said, if there's any more room, I'm being pushed to come. I would love to come. So he made a spot for me and I was able to go. So this was last minute, like by a couple few weeks before the event. And so pull up and I'm meeting the whole crew and Mike's there and I don't know anybody. I just went by myself and, but I know Dan who owns the house. So I was comfortable just going there. And we go in, we're doing our thing. Mike and I only said hi to each other when I first got there and it was in passing and then, just quick names around and then everybody split up. And these were people who were used to investigating. This was not like a public tour. It was more of a private closed tour for mediums, investigators, people like that. So we were all kind of broken off doing our own thing. And I didn't even spend the first half of the night almost with him. And then there was a point where Jack wanted us to get together in the living room. So here I'm just sitting in the living room and I'm talking to some of the other girls that are doing their thing, and we're picking up on stuff in the living room. And Mike comes and sits. I'm on a chair, just like where this wall used to be. So in this door frame kind of in the living room. And Mike comes and sits on this chair on the other side of the coffee table next to me. And he's just sitting there quiet, just not saying anything. All of a sudden his grandfather walks in, and I just asked him, I started asking questions, and hey, are you military? Who do you know that's, military in this uniform? And you should see, you think his face gets red now. You guys should have seen his face. It was freaking hysterical. He gets all red and his face like drops. Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? His eyes are like, yeah, well, yeah, that's my grandfather. And I'm the whole time I'm thinking, oh crap, the way he's reacting, I'm like, shit, I just scared this guy off. Okay, so forget working with him or meeting him, right? All of a sudden, from across the room in the kitchen, I hear someone call his name. Boom, he's gone. I've never seen anybody get off that couch so fast ever. It's gone. Gone.
Now, I turned around my feet. I'd use a laser thermometer, and I could not explain the cold spots. And the times that we've been back since, that same area is, I've shot the windows, I've shot the ceiling, I've shot the vents with thermometers, thermal cameras, and it comes and goes. But yeah, Steve called, said, hey, Mike, where are you? And I'm like, I'm out of here. And I got up and ran.
It's like someone came and yanked him off that couch.
Yeah. So
okay, I just freaked this one out. We're done.
So Joseph, I sent you an invite. It's either in your primary or it's in your spam inbox. Generally with Google, it kind of drops into that spam one. As soon as you pop on there and get set up, we'll get you rocking and rolling. Yeah, it was an experience. I've had things push me and pull me in whatever at different events, but the actual description can kind of freak you out a little bit with follow-up text messages about, hey, are you in a wood room with plaid pants? No, I'm in a wood room with a plaid blanket. That actually it's with me right now. So it was like, okay, so when she comes through, that's why I work with my partner and my co-host, because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some stuff I can't explain. So as we're getting Joseph in here, let me hit another one here. Karen's got a quick question about how do you know if you're just intuitive or psychic abilities? My dad saw auras and never really understood that. Sometimes I know or just been there, seen that. It's a strange thing, stuff pops up and you just can't explain it sometimes. That deja vu is a little different. So
well, I always explain like the intuitive and psychic ability to me are the same for the most part. Our intuition is our gut. It's our red flag system. It's our gut. It's our radar. It's our momdar. It's what tells us yes and no, even when our head is saying something different. So, some people call themselves psychic. Some people call themselves intuitive. Quite honestly, I just use psychic because it was the first term that I was comfortable with, and intuitive didn't flow with my name, if you want the honest to God truth. So it was just easier. But I even just now call myself a medium, because what people don't understand is you can be psychic or intuitive. And what that means is you're reading energy around you. You're reading the people, you're reading the environment, you're reading the residual energy, you're reading, because everything is energy. The chairs, the furniture, the walls, the books, the computers, everything we're all energy. And so this whole process is an exchange of energy. And, to be intuitive means you're reading into and having a knowing. And so, your guides, your spirit guides work with that. And so does spirit. So when I explain to people how to validate for me, follow your gut, not your head, because spirit themselves or your spirit guides, the right or the left, they're going to work with that, because that's where your core is. You're close to your core. They're going to work with that. That's your something is right. Something tells me to get the hell out of here feeling. And that's what that is. And so, there's not really, a difference. Now the aura is, and so as far as the easiest way I explain it is like this: you can be a psychic or intuitive and not a medium, but when you're a medium, it encompasses everything plus some. And it's not that one is better. Some people are psychic and use cards, or just are psychic or intuitive. And that's as far as it goes. They don't actually connect with, people who have passed away. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way their gifts are meant to work. But when you're a medium, it goes deeper, so it opens you up to everything already. But it doesn't mean that someone who's only psychic or intuitive or is just in tune with that part of themselves can't learn or try to figure out if they can be a medium as well. I believe we all have that and we can all do that. So, that's that. But the auras, I don't see auras. Sometimes I'll see auras. And for those of you who don't know, your aura is your energy field. And when you're healthy and it's positive and good, it actually comes out about 2 feet from you. And that's why when when you're coming up on somebody and you're getting a feeling, but you're not even close to them yet, you're wondering what's going on. It's because their energy is booming out and yours is booming out. And so before you even really get close to them, your energies are already starting to picture the math grids that we used to have in school, the 2 circles that would just kind of overlap in the middle. It's like that. And that's happening with every place you're going, everybody that you're coming in contact with. So that's why you start to pick up on, or you can start to read a situation or a person before you get to that point or get close enough to them to actually talk to them. So the auras can have different colors, and depending on, and those change constantly every day, all day, because if you're not feeling good, you can have, gaps in the aura. You can have, black spots, and there's all different colors that have different meanings for that as well. And that's something you can actually learn to do. I know my mom even took a community ed class years and years ago to learn how to read auras as well. Some people naturally see them. I don't, but you can learn as well to pick up on and focus on those. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, and the knowing, that's the clairvoyance. That's the intuition, the psychic ability. You're just knowing, and your guides, the little voices in your head, are talking to you as well. So yeah, so that's what that is as well. So you're not. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarification on what everything is. It can be tricky unless you actually talk to someone or look it up and study it. It's psychic is a term that's kicked around a lot and very generalized, so, people don't really realize there's a difference with certain things. So, but thank you for your question.
Karen said, thank you for explaining. Joseph, in that email, there's a link. It's the second line. It should be blued out. So again, folks, please like, share our YouTube, our Instagram. Please share us on Facebook. We're going to go a little bit longer here, but let's see if we can get a couple more people joining us and some other questions. We appreciate the questions that are out there. They're really good questions. For those, if anybody tuned into the show on Tuesday night, wondering about your thoughts about our Tuesday night show where we just did, all investigations with Seth. And if anybody's actually got a chance to watch, on the trail of Bigfoot or a trail of UFOs, I plan on watching it this afternoon between this, and then I'm taking an energy class with another modality, I guess would be the best way of putting it. So another modality. So Lisa has a question. She's kind of popped it in here. Christie, any message from Gary, my son's grandpa? We miss him. I took care of him before he passed 2 years ago.
I feel like he was bedridden because I see you feeding him soup, especially broth. I feel like he had to have, sorry guys. There we go. I feel like he had to have liquids liquids. I see him laying in the bed. And I see him trying to roll over, almost like you're trying to change the bedding or the dressings underneath him. And you're trying to pull and yank. I feel like you really worked hard to take care of him. He's showing me a lot of very physical, hands-on types of things. As far as your son goes, he says, tell him to keep rocking. Tell him to keep rocking. This is weird. I feel like something's taking over. I feel this weird feeling in my neck, and then it goes up like this in my sinuses and in my face. And then I'm feeling a pressure between my temples. I'm also picking up on addiction. I'm on the fence right now as to whether or not this was him or somebody else. I think he had some sort of addiction, like maybe he drank. But music's the key. Music is the key for your son. Playing an instrument specifically. I'm also seeing slot machines. I feel like your dad drank. Okay, so your dad's here too. Okay. I don't like what I see with your dad. He was a mean drunk. And I think he was mean even when he wasn't drunk. But it just got worse when he drank. Your spirit guides want me to tell you you're doing a very good job. Your son is a handful, and I see that in school he struggles. Keep up the good work because you're very hands-on. I feel like you could be more hands-on. That's not saying you're not doing good enough. That just means there probably are some things you're thinking about or ways that you're wondering if there was any other way you could, and they're telling you, yes, there is. Sleep alone. I just heard that too. Sleep alone. Whatever that means to you, sleep alone. Yeah. All right, honey. Thank you for your question. My phone's blowing up here, so I just want to check and make sure that I'm not missing anybody.
Going to give you Michelle here. My name is Michelle, using her Facebook, work Facebook. Any word for my Graham? Thanks. Love all that you do. Thank you for watching. And
thank you. Oh, Encore Cleaning, huh? That's cool. Cleaning people are very, 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 very important, especially in times like these. Excuse me. So thank you very much. When you asked about your grandmother, I saw what looked like a knitted or crocheted pot holder or something, like a smaller, like I can feel it. It's thicker. And yellow. I keep saying yellow. Yellow. And I hear I'm still doing it. I just, yeah, I'm still doing it is what I just heard. She was very elderly when she passed. But boy, is she feisty. Her spirit is young. Rocking in a rocking chair, knitting away. That's what I'm seeing. She just said you keep that business open. Keep it open. You'll find a way. Keep it open. Keep going. She's holding a baby. All of a sudden I see her holding an infant. She's cradling. She's doing this. Yellow seems to be big with her. Yeah. So thank you for your question, honey. Good luck with everything. Thank you for watching.
Trying to get Joseph on here. I'm going to try resending him a third email and see if that works.
Maybe Spirit doesn't want him to come on the show.
It could be. So I've sent it to him 2 different ways. Let's see if that works. All right, we're coming back over here. Let's see. Graham would sew. This was a thank you.
Welcome.
She's curious about the yellow.
Yeah, yellow is I'm gonna look that up real quick because in this case, I'm not quite sure. I don't remember what it means. I know what it means for me. Hold on a second. Colors mean so many different things in so many different ways. Ha. Okay, so this has to do with your business. Yellow forecasts setbacks and struggles before improvement can be achieved. This is your business. That's why she was telling you keep that business open. You work through it, you figure it out, you make it happen. Okay. Yeah, for sure. You'll be fine. You're going to hit a rough patch. You will get through it. It will be better. And actually, I feel like I'm hearing the word lucrative. You're going to do very well and grow and expand. So don't give up. Don't let the economy and the things going on and even just business crap in general defeat you because that's not it's not meant to be that way for you. Okay. Awesome.
All right. Looks like Joseph is going to join us here. So we're going to bring Joseph on there. Hello, Joseph. I think we finally got it.
Do you like Joe, Joseph?
Joe's fine. Usually Joey. But
Joey? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
I mean, is that a good thing?
You want to be everybody's protector and defender.
I mean, like, there's 2 other people in the room shaking their heads right now, so I guess
yeah. Good, because you know what? For being a skeptic, that means I'm going to get more validation to show you that you don't need to be skeptical anymore. You have a grandfather in spirit. And he thought he was rough and tough. Does that make sense to you?
So it's probably going to be probably my grandpa Joe then. So it's the only one I can really think of.
Did I say earlier?
I know you said earlier we shared a name.
Thank you. Okay, so you do have a grandfather that you share the name. All right, so he's going like this to me. He's like this. He says, the only true tough guy knows how to use this. He says, I want you to remember that. Does that make sense?
I know, especially if it's him. I promised him I would go to school because that was his biggest thing. Go to school.
Thank you. Oh, I just got goosebumps and chills when you said that. Thank you.
And I said go to college, but I did complete a program. I just have to keep going on with it. So
you do. He says you're not done yet. I'm seeing you kick a soccer ball or some sort of ball around.
Yeah, I don't play. The only thing that
did you, or does this make sense to you in any way?
The only thing that I can really relate to soccer wise is like one of my jobs. I do concession stand at soccer tournaments, but
okay,
that's pretty much like it. So
thank you. There's a move you want to make with your life right now, and it feels like a change or a move or a transition. Is that fair to say?
I think so. So I've been dating this person for a while, but I know she wants to move in. But
is she in the room?
Yeah.
He says, "Go for it." He says, "This is a good thing."
So the reason I started watching you guys
is what? Sorry, it's hard for me to hear you.
The reason I know about you guys is because her and her family and stuff watch you guys. So it's
well, then you definitely want to be a part of that family. I mean, very smart people to me.
Wait, in the room, go ahead and turn the phone around.
Yeah, you gotta get them some props here. Hi. Well, thank you for the support. You guys rock. You work with your hands, don't you, right now?
Yeah, I'm always typing stuff, doing.
You're a hard worker, but what you're doing is not what you're meant to be doing. You need to keep going. I feel like you mold and manipulate and build things, and if you don't already, you're supposed to be. Does that make sense?
You could, yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because I've always been hands-on. I'm more of that's how I feel like I learn better that way instead of always reading and writing it. So
I'm the same way. You're a problem solver. You can look at something. I'm being told you're mechanical. I'm seeing you with a lot of mechanical stuff.
Yeah, usually so I work in a print shop, so a lot of the machines in the back, if they go down or something before they call somebody.
You want to own your own, don't you?
One day I wouldn't mind owning my own business, but
you're going to. If you keep going to school and if you keep pushing and working hard, you're going to. You're supposed to. You're meant to. And I'm also hearing the word innovative from your spirit guides, which means you're going to come up with something because you definitely are smart enough to figure out the technology, and you're going to actually, you are going to figure out, you're going to invent something, a new way of doing something, a new technology, a new, you're going to discover something, and you're going to fly with that. Your shop is going to lead the way.
That is cool. So the main reason, like I say skeptic about stuff like this is, I guess you were explaining you consider you're a medium, not opposed to like a psychic and stuff, right?
Well, it all rolls into one because I get it from, I have all of it going on rather than just some of it, I guess. Yeah.
Well, so probably about 12 years ago or something, I was still in high school. I went to somebody's Halloween party and they had their family member was like a psychic or something. So they read my palm. And one of the things that they said, they're like, you'll never be able to tell somebody you love them or something. And like, messed me up a little bit. I was like, what? There's no way. So I don't know, for a while I would say it to people, like friends, like, yeah, I love you too. Like, it's nothing, thinking to myself, like, yeah, I'm proving them wrong. But I guess it kind of, I don't know if proved it wrong is really the thing, or if like readings change over time.
Sure. You change, we change because we have free will. So anybody who, gets a reading today, anybody who comes to see me in my office, as soon as they walk out that door, they can choose to, take advantage of the guidance or the messages or not. And, sometimes we're also victims of circumstance. We are, we also have we're going to be affected by other people's free will. It's just like when you go and you skip rocks in the river or the water, and you can only watch the ripples go so far. And even though you can't see them anymore, you know that there's some effect still going on way beyond what you can see. And it's the same thing. So like, for instance, if you work for a company who we see at this point in time is going to be solid and good, and you're steady and you don't have anything to worry about, but then, overnight somebody gets sick and dies, and the owner now, is gone, and people have to do something about it. I mean, all of a sudden changes are made that we didn't foresee for whatever reason, or the changes that will be made or the things that have to happen are going to have an effect on everyone, even if you never know that person or have anything to do with it. So but I think when you say you were told you'll never be able to tell somebody you love them, I think what that shows, what I'm picking up on, and my interpretation of that is that you love differently. You feel love differently, not like a lot of other people do. You're wired differently. It's not that you don't know how to love. It's just that you love in your own way. You're only so capable of feeling so much love on a certain level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that's more normal for more people than are willing to either admit or even realize that that's how they are. And that's a very tricky and scary thing. I don't think it's that you're not capable of loving. I think that it's you love and you love differently. You are big on loyalty, though. Loyalty is huge for you.
Do my best to be. So,
all right, let's look at the validators quick. Are they nodding their heads up and down, or are they shaking, or what are we doing over there? Are we
criers and nodders right now? So it's
okay.
Nodders, yes, awesome.
I'm the guy that sits in the back of the room and watches the group when everybody shows up together, and the nodders and the knowers in the background. So you say one thing and they're going because they know you the best.
Right.
So look around the room, because there's stuff that we go, she didn't just say that, and you're like, no, that didn't yeah. And they're like, yeah, that's going on in front of you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so just keep doing what I do then, right? That's pretty much
absolutely. They're also telling you that the experiences you had as a child, you can't let them scare you, and they can't let you don't let those scary experiences turn you off to the possibilities in life. Does that make sense?
Not. I mean, there's nothing that I can think of that was too scary in my childhood. But I mean, like then again, I never really think to know what childhood, what they mean, like what age that is, because
it could be younger years too. If you can connect with this on any level, go with it. It doesn't have to be when you were 5 specifically. I think when you were younger, you had some paranormal or unexplainable experiences yourself, and things that you could not make connections with. But I also think that your home life could have been a little better, and maybe some of the influences you had in your life, people in your life, were not what they should have been or could have been for you. So I think we're talking about 2 different perspectives or 2 different things when they say that. Is that fair to say?
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So, yeah. Awesome. Do you have a question?
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, I just, it's good to know, because I know. So like my sister-in-law does. I don't know. She practices like Santeria and stuff like that, and she says that there's been a couple drunken nights of like, oh well, your grandfather, and so it's like it's never been really specific, but this makes more sense, because like I actually met this one where the other grandfather, she said, was coming through. I never met he passed away like 3 months after I was born. So
right. That's hard. But it's your family and friends, even though they died before you were born or when you were little and don't remember them, they are still around you and they are still with you. So when they come forward, it's tricky, but it's nice because it's to let you know you're not alone. And that's important. We all need to know that, especially because I'm being told you don't really know a lot of people. I think you had a lot of people pass when you were young.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're telling me you don't really have a lot of people to go to or to validate with. And you don't remember many because they were gone before you came along or, before you could remember. So just always be open to what the message is, not necessarily who it's coming from.
Right.
And, as long as it resonates with you, I don't know if you caught the part of the show where I said, always use your gut, not your head. That's your intuition. So they'll always use that to help you make connections. Okay.
And also real quick, I guess before you go, when you said earlier too about just bite your tongue, when you said something, somebody saying bite your tongue, just don't when you get angry. I've done that a lot. So
good, keep doing that. You have a lot of work to do and a long way to go, but you're going to be fine if you do it. You're very smart. Use your head. Use your brain.
Yeah. You
really can. Your grandfather's going to help you too.
All right, that makes me feel better. So
good. Yeah, you're not alone. You're not. And bring her flowers once in a while too. He's telling you.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
So you called him out.
Yeah.
Called him out.
Messenger, okay.
Hey, listen, I did ask for this. To be fair.
Is that true? Does he need to bring you flowers once in a while?
Do I need to bring you flowers?
Sometimes. It'd be nice.
See, there you go.
Again, thank you. So I will definitely continue to watch you guys. So.
Oh, I appreciate that. It was really nice talking with you, honey.
Right.
Everything. Thanks for tuning in.
Be safe. Bye. Thank you. I'll pull Joe out of there. All right. So we got a whole bunch of people who have just jumped on. So Melanie's here. So hello, Melanie. If you want to join us and tell us about some of your crazy adventures.
You want to come on?
Yeah, come on. The address is down below. Rowena's new. Kayla's calling Joe out there, so we want to get to that. Hello from Soulshine, Sissy Christie.
Hi.
And hello from Sally. Let's come back in here to the comments here. And Michelle had a follow-up here. The baby you mentioned, is that a new baby coming into my family or one that's passed? Thanks. That was from Michelle. That was the yellow comment.
She has somebody's baby with her. Oh, now I hear your bird.
Oh yeah,
that is a bird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
dogs are outside.
Got it. Okay. Excuse me.
It's her baby.
Oh. Yeah. I'm getting 6 months. 6. Aw. Yeah, your grandmother has the baby. I feel like it's a girl. What's up, MB? Yay! Yeah. I feel like it was a girl.
Never too late to join the party.
Yeah. You know us. We're crazy. We go on and on and on. Well, at least Mike does. I just...
Yeah.
No, today we can't. Today we're shutting them up too much rather than... You missed the new button.
Karen, we're not doing too much in UFOs today. I've got to find a really good UFO person. I have some ideas. I got a neighbor across the street that runs a UFO meetup. So we'll see what we can go with and get some more information on that. But that's kind of cool that you saw something.
You have a little experience with that, though, don't you?
I've seen some orbs in the woods, but the video quality is not big enough to really say yes, no, or maybe. And I wouldn't put it out there as a, hey, what is this? Because I can't explain. It's a light anomaly, but I've got it over here in the other computer. But it's just, you got some lights, but it's so dark, And I called somebody the other day and had some video and was showing some. Oh, I saw something out there. Well, there's no perspective of what are the trees, what are the lights, what are the buildings, whatever. Right. So if you've got nothing perspective wise, well, and I also looked at I asked, what was the moon condition that night, or, all those other items, and you're just shooting straight in the air. Well, where's your perspective? Now, we've had friends send us a tic-tac like thing down on the Pine Barrens, and Carrie, if you're alive and still listening, one of these days we'll get her on. She was on up above, but that was an interesting set of things. But there's multiple factories and businesses and stuff drive by, so you can get a perspective of size. And then let's see, Karen put down here. Oh, let's get a little more. I was with my mom, my siblings, and a couple of neighbors. If call the police and the army base. If you want to talk about that, that'd be good. Maybe we can get Mel to come in and talk about her Bigfoot experience.
Ooh.
So,
What?
So.
Oh, that was you?
So now it's awesome though, because now it's a reverse. So we had him in the front and her in the background. Now we've got them reversed in the picture. So happy you guys watch, and I think the whole family watches.
Hey, you guys are awesome.
So I don't have any other ones in here. Let's get another question.
We have validation. Check this out.
Yeah.
It was a girl. Not that I'm happy but I'm glad that it came through for you. Thank you for the validation on that, Michelle.
Joe, you're very welcome.
It was nice talking with you, honey. Yeah.
So, Karen, all you need to do, the email address is right underneath your name right now. So send us an email. I'll send you a link.
Sounds.
And now I've got the link saved, so I can just send it out where I need to. Let's see.
Not far from me.
Yeah. Let's go up here. There was another question. Why are you getting all fuzzy?
Me?
You're like, yeah. You're like, that's usually my stuff. Yeah, there.
Well, the first time I had no idea. The second time, that was all me.
No.
Sorry.
All right. So
my tea and my honey here, but
maybe that's what I'm hearing. Oh, tea and honey is good. And
I can talk right to your face, and you'll pretend you can't hear me. But as soon as something comes over this little microphone, you can hear it clear as day.
Yeah. Well, everybody can hear me breathing all the time, and the microphone could be in 2 other rooms, and you can hear me breathing. So I turned the fan off today, so I have no excuses. So Rowena has a question. Love a reading or a message from a loved one. And all you new folks coming in, we appreciate you joining us. Again, please like, share. If you're coming in from our personal Facebook, Where's My Sage? Either on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Instagram. We appreciate it. I know some folks are here from Christie's page, but eventually we're going to be moving most of the show over to Where's My Sage on YouTube and on Facebook. That way we can make it a little easier for me to figure out where all the messages are coming from, because I've got them coming from 5 different pages right now. So
wine.
I'm not whining.
You know who we're missing right now? You know who hasn't been on? She's got to be working.
Who?
Your mom.
Trouble. Oh, she's working.
Darn. All right. So question from Rowena. Hi, Rowena.
And thank you for sharing.
Oh, she shared it. Thank you. Yep. Yes. Share this, you guys. Bring people on. We're going to go for a little while longer. I don't know how much longer my work is going to last, but surprised I lasted this long. The cold medicine I took is kicking in. So, yeah, I'm picking up on work with you. I'm picking up on work, and I keep hearing it's time for a change. I really feel like you need to get out there and make a change. You're not happy. It's monotonous. It's boring. It doesn't challenge you anymore. I don't feel like you feel as if you're productive. You need to really think big on this one too. You really need to kind of reach for the stars and push yourself and put yourself out there for positions or things in your field that you don't necessarily think that you are ready for, or maybe in a position to do, because you are really actually further along than you give yourself credit for, but you're not going to really know that or let yourself feel that until you get validated by someone else. And although we should not be living our life like that, they're saying it's okay. If you just trust and push, you're going to see that other people see you in a different way. And I do feel like you should be looking outside of the company or the workplace that you're at now. Excuse me. Really important. And I'm picking up on a son. I feel like you have a son. Yeah, this is really important. Okay, so best of luck for you with that. I know those things are tricky. Thank you for your question, and thank you so much for sharing this all over. This is great. We really appreciate that.
Let's see.
Change this with the thing closed. There we go.
Oh, MB's picking on Wendy.
Oh, behave yourselves, girls. But if it's funny,
No, it's good. So the usual. Let's see what we had here.
Well, this honey is settling to the bottom.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's a little much though.
So let's get back into this. So Karen had her sighting, and we're coming back here. Let's see.
Who wants to come on live with us? Come on.
Let's see. Rowena follows up with, yes, I'm trying to get on the spiritual path. Not sure what my gifts are.
You are so empathic. It's disgusting. You probably feel like you're going crazy 24/7, especially when you go out to different public places. You're afraid to say anything too because you think people are going to think you're crazy or nuts, and you're not. You're not. But this is all a confidence issue for you. Find somebody to mentor with. Find somebody to work with that can help you with that. What are you doing over there? Sound like a keyboard. Your guides are telling me the rest will come. Start with what they've already given
earphones.
You. What? Hello. 1, 2, 1. Okay. Anywho, so oh, he lost his hair. Oh, okay, good. So I can badmouth him all I wanted right now, and it wouldn't matter.
I lost my earphones for a minute. Give me 1 second to come back.
Okay.
I pulled it wrong.
So why is it that whenever people can't hear or think other people can't hear, they start yelling? We didn't go deaf, right? Just because he can't hear doesn't mean that we can't hear. So.
Oh, there we are. I can hear you again. So.
Huh? Oh, excellent.
I was just trying to see if I could find us some video from, what do you call it?
Pushing those buttons again.
Yeah, I know. It's not going to work. We're just going to throw it right out the window.
So definitely.
Oh, they're picking on me here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even better, girls. Make sure you keep me in loop. No, but really just find someone to venture with. Here comes my throat starting to bother me. Sorry. And just really try to focus on you. Meditation, somebody who can help guide you through, someone who can be more hands-on with you is always best.
Okay.
Okay, we're reaching the end here because my voice isn't going to last much longer.
Okay. We'll give it one more. So I think we're going with Christie here. 3 months ago, I came up to a lady seated on my parents' front porch. I was the only one who'd see her, and everyone thinks I'm crazy. Who was this lady?
Hi, she used to live there. That was her neighborhood. That was her home. She was just passing through, checking in, checking up on everybody. I can see her. Her hair is light or white or blonde. It's lighter color. It looks like it was shorter. Very pleasant too. Excuse me. I'm seeing her use sign language. Was she gesturing to you at all? Because all of a sudden she's using sign language. But she just like when I see her, I'm picturing this with a beautiful sunny spring or summer day, more spring, and it's a very warm and cozy feel, a little cool. And she's just loving it. She's just taking it all in. That was her place. She really just wanted nothing more than just to be there, passing through, checking up on everybody. Yeah. So thank you so much for asking. You have nothing to worry about with her at all. That was just Roy. When I read that, okay, so in her world, that's how she was seeing everything. Comfortable, cozy, warm, secure, inviting home. Because she's just sitting there and she's loving it. Her feet are stretched out and she's leaning back on her arms. She's just taking it in. But she used to live there, whether it was that house or whether it was a house on the land that was there before that house. But she lived there. That was her place. I'm hearing hangout too. So I feel like there were a lot of people or kids in the neighborhood back when she used to live there, or other people her age, whether it was the parents that all hung out or whatever. And they would hang out there and they just had a good time. It was their neighborhood. So yeah, thank you for your question. Why you look so grumpy?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I got pressure in my forehead and in my neck. So just trying to figure out where it's coming from.
Those are my spidey senses starting to kick in. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it is my spidey senses. I don't know if it's the guys from work that were asking a question or if it's... We've got no other crazy questions here. Who's coming in?
Anybody want to go live with us? We're going to have to wrap up in a few minutes because my throat's starting to get starting to coughing fits, so I'm going too long. Darn, what a shame too. We have such a great group on here too. We can jump on in a couple days and do it again. I mean,
yeah. So let's see. So yeah. Do you have anything for Oya?
Hi,
Oya.
I hope we're saying that right.
Yeah. So we will be on. We'll be on the 31st at 8:00. Special show to celebrate our 400 followers on Facebook. We're going to do another reading show then. Not to plug the YouTube and Instagram, but if we hit 100 followers on those two social media platforms, we'll do another one. I mean, if it keeps us entertained, keeps you guys entertained, gives us something to do. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about some other subjects, in between the readings. If you like this format, let me know.
I like it. I think it's been fun having people pop on here. I think it makes it more personable. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Let us know. Truly give us feedback. So
with it there, I will run this a few minutes more on the on joining us live, and
it's okay. You've done a great job running the show. Thank you.
Yes.
We like to bust chops, but he works
Just
hard.
Mike the floating head. We're gonna go with that.
Like that.
Let's see.
Hashtag just Mike the floating head.
Yeah. That would be fun since we're still on lockdown. It's been nice. Let's see.
Excuse me. Oya, with you, I'm really picking up on
good. All right, yeah,
very deep spirituality. I feel like I'm also picking up on some sort of a Wiccan or witchcraft. Positive though, not saying you dabble in dark things. That's not always the case. There's that's not what it really is. And nature, Mother Earth, all of these things are coming to, you know what?
I was trying to get the floating head there. Okay, sorry. Boy, I apologize for that. I was just trying to make people breathe.
Excuse me, I'm trying. It's getting harder. But I feel like you are right. I feel like you're on the right path. I feel like you're where you're supposed to be. I feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do. Your grandmother is stepping forward. Actually, your great-grandmother is stepping forward. She was known to cook or like to cook. You have a grandmother that's still here. Oh, I just smelled my grandma's meatballs and sauce. I've not smelled shit in so long. I just got a whiff of what her house smelled like when we walk into that house. She's still with us. She just can't really do it anymore. So I just got the best feeling when I smelled that. Keep going. I can't tell you enough. Keep going. You're on the right path. Michael. I actually kind of like that background. The one that covers your whole face, I mean. No.
Much better.
Much better. See? Isn't that great, guys? I'm teasing. Come back.
All right. I'll just kind of bring myself back in here.
But, no, yeah, keep going. You're doing what you're supposed to do. It took you a long time to get here, so don't let anybody or anything deter you or knock you off your path now. You're doing a good job. Okay, for sure.
That's much better.
Awesome. I got my 5-year-old over here. That's, he likes to hit buttons and play with things. So thank you for your question. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, MB. Yeah, no, it's not witchcraft. And the whole idea of that is very spiritual and very light and very positive. And not a lot of people realize that. So I feel like whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Mm-hmm.
Our sage thinks it's good, so I'm keeping this guy up here. So using
yes.
We have to right now, folks, find stuff to just get us to breathe.
Oh my gosh.
I know I'll be going into work later tonight because I'm essential services. So let's see. Becky's new. Hello.
Hi, Becky.
And see, Melanie likes the background. So let's see here what we got here. So here's Becky's got a question. Knock, knock on the spirit door. I love some guidance, please, and thank you.
You just need to go for it. You already know what you need to do. You already know what you're looking for. You already know how you're being guided. You just need to trust and follow it because it's going to take you in the reason you're hesitant is because the feelings you're getting and the gut feeling you're having, it's going to take you in a different direction, one that doesn't necessarily make sense and takes you away from the norm and what you know to be okay and secure, but you have to do it anyways. You're not going to find what you need or what you're looking for. You're not going to feel like you're at home until you do that. But your guides will never lead you in a direction that they cannot take you through or lead you through or that is not good for you. As long as it's your gut feeling and it's your intuition that you're following, it'll be okay. Okay. So for sure. Yep. Best of luck to you. And your family will be okay when you do it too. So don't worry. It'll actually benefit all of you in the future. Yes.
So, Melanie, you can watch this whole show. We are on YouTube for playback, and you can find it on Where's My Sage on the page. So all our former shows are on our YouTube page. So our interviews with our special guests, some of the readings, that's where you're going to find some of our investigations. We'll put them up occasionally on YouTube. That way I can put them back out to the group on, we have a private group, and that's where we show some of our things. So like last week or 2 weeks ago, where I did my swamp ape expedition, or we did the Heaven Sent B&B in Portageville, New York, and Anastasia's Event Center, which was a cool investigation. And if you want to really see me jump out of my skin, that's a great place to watch. I see they came out with a new TV show somewhere they're sending skeptics out or something like that to like the haunted locations. Yeah, and they're just dumping them in. But because it's a TV show, I'm wondering how much other stuff is there that, let's throw some funky stuff in there to kind of freak people out. Our next show will be March 31st. We'll be going live at 8 p.m. Eastern to celebrate the 4,000 followers we have on our public, or 4,400.
400.
Yeah, if we hit 4,000, we're going for like 24 hours.
Who's going for 24 hours?
I'll probably sit here and mumble and drive people nuts.
Well, I take a break in between. Gotcha.
I'll take guests. Yeah, while you're sleeping, I'll take special guests. We can talk about everything. March 31st.
I don't know if I trust you
April 7th. Hope to have Melanie Rauscher from Naked and Afraid, and she's finding me a couple other folks that were on the show. They've had some paranormal experiences while on their investigations. I'm friends with a bunch of the folks from that TV show, and there's a lot of stuff that happens to them at night. What was that, Christie?
I said they were so sorry. They were so much fun, and they're so cool to hang out with. The couple, the 2 or 3 that I got to meet, no, 3 that I got to meet were and hang out with and spend the weekend with. Oh my God, they're so much fun, and they're just so normal. They're just normal people. They're just awesome. So yeah. How they deal with Mike, I have no idea, but I'm kidding. I I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't know how they deal with me. All right. So, sky background you have when Christie reads is like bringing angels or higher spirits. Okay, yeah. She takes care of the angel spirit side. I'm lost. It's the rest of the air going out between my ears, you know.
And that is psychic medium and Reiki master Melanie Rimkiss, everybody. So she's awesome, and she actually is my Reiki master, and she holds some amazing weekend retreats at Beaver Hollow Resort in Java, New York. And Mike and I and a few other people had the opportunity to already attend one back in the spring or the fall. So it was fall. And yeah. And so we were supposed to do another one. And I was going to actually do a gallery reading for the event this time. Unfortunately, this is one of the things that are getting canceled because it was supposed to be at the beginning of April, but it will be rescheduled. And we will definitely make sure that happens again. So please support her. Check out her page. Melanie, come on and come and talk about this stuff. We'll bring you on. Let's go.
Come on. Where's my siege at gmail.com.
And she is so enthusiastic and so passionate about what she does. And Melanie and I are very much alike. And she's just a good person. And personality-wise, I'm not plugging myself as it, but she's just, easy to get along with and easy to talk to and very trusting and just, yay, we're picking a new date. Come on, here, let's go. Come on.
Come join us right now. I used my entire vacation, but I used a couple of vacation dates for that, and I got shot. Gotta love this virus just messing up all our investigations. Hopefully things calm down a little bit to try to get one in next week. So let's see if she'll come on here.
There's a possibility that we will be able to get out with the REAPs in May as long as everything is done. So REAP investigations, Bill and Chris REAP investigations, also Buffalo Niagara Paranormal. We were supposed to go to Palmyra with them. That has to be rescheduled. Tom and Kat, Buffalo Niagara. So we're looking forward to rescheduling that as well. So
yeah,
crazy. As long as everything is going good, though, Mike and I and somebody else may be able to sneak away to go to a location that's not public, that's been cleaned and wiped down, just us, social distancing the whole time, but to do some readings and an investigation. And if we can go live, we will definitely go live, hopefully next Saturday, Saturday night to Sunday. And yeah, we're going to try real hard. So keep your fingers crossed.
Yes. As long as the MiFi works.
That's right. Well, if it works in the
in the middle of Monday, yeah. Yeah, it works in the middle of the swamps of Florida. I still can't believe that.
Fuck me, I'll tell you, it's. Yeah.
All right, so we had another quick question here. Melanie's going to send us an email. Carolyn Cruz, does Spirit have something for me? Thank you.
Hi, Carolyn. I am seeing, I don't know how old you are, but hopefully you can relate to this, like a play button, like on an old CD player or, tape recorder, but the play button, play, and you're being told to play. So hopefully that makes sense to you. I'm also seeing a pumpkin. In a pumpkin. Now I'm seeing a baby dressed cute in a pumpkin, onesie thingy with the hat on that we like to dress our kids in. I have your grandparents here. I have a grandmother and a grandfather here. So I am somebody, I have a special guide that I work with, and when this guide comes in, it's for certain reasons. And when he crosses from left to right, that's how I know he's working with somebody that's in spirit, who is trying to be ready to come forward, or who thinks they're ready to come forward. My chest feels really tight. This has something to do with my heart. This guide works with people who are in spirit, who had serious addictions to drugs, like heroin, cocaine, things like that. I'm slightly picking up on spirit. I feel like it's a male. I feel like it's a young adult, give or take. And I feel like it was a bad overdose. When spirit wants my attention and gets it, and then kind of avoids me or backs off or stops talking to me or only communicates in certain ways or feels like they're avoiding me, excuse me, it tells me a lot about how they died. First and foremost, it means that they committed suicide. It can also mean that they had a hand in their own death, that they're accountable or responsible in some way, shape, or form, even if it was accidental or inadvertent. It can also mean that there are questionable circumstances surrounding their death, or they were murdered. This male seems to have dark hair, like darker than brown. I'm seeing freckles. And I'm hearing I did it. So any validation you can give on that would be much appreciated. I'm hearing I'm okay. He is in the light. He did cross over. I am being told it was an accident, but he did it. I didn't mean to. He's shaking his head. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Something about a nephew. Yeah. So if you can give me any kind of validation on that, I'd appreciate it. But he is around, he is okay, and he is doing better. He's doing work on the other side in the light to be better. So his soul does not have these issues the next time around. Yeah. Thank you. You have a sister, though, don't you? He's worried about his aunt. I feel like she has a breathing issue. Lung cancer, COPD. He says, I will be with her. I will be with her. Don't worry, I'll be with her. I won't screw this up again. Thank you for the validation, honey. I'm very sorry for your loss, but your son is doing so well, and he's doing so many awesome, wonderful, good things for people. And he really loves his family, and he's looking out for his family. For sure. Okay, so thank you so much for your question.
Okay. G'day, Paul. Did you say a Matthew? That was a question.
What?
There's a question. Did you say Matthew somewhere in that? And I don't remember. We have to go back and.
No, Matthew.
Mm-hmm. Karen, yes, Fort Niagara would be cool and interesting, but that's one of those big, huge places right now, and I don't think they're open to get in there.
Yeah, but we know some people in Lewiston, so you never know.
Yeah, I mean that would be kind of. I mean that's definitely a lot of fresh air. So,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have a few friends out in actually, for those of you who are from the area, my office. Well, I've been in this office almost 4 years, but before that, I was down in Lewiston in the Red Brick Schoolhouse, which is very historic and pretty creepy at night. I'm not going to lie, but I made some friends with the people there, and it was good. Or the spirits there, and it was all good. And it was on the top floor, the third floor. That was a lot. It got real hot in the summer, so.
Man, I can't find this stuff. I was trying to find some of that video. It's just not going to happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a nice.
I feel like we're gonna wrap up. I think my voice is starting to go, and I don't want to push them. Wow, we've been on a long time. Holy cow!
almost 3 hours. You've been doing readings.
Time flies when we're having fun, right, guys? Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
So the question was, Becky said she thought she heard that. So. So we do appreciate you guys, being here and joining us, and please be safe, and please let's get some prayers out to the first responders, the housekeeping staffs, the janitorial staffs, the sanitation departments that are out there, keeping us safe. Those poor people working in retail right now, because human nature, we're absolutely the most horrible people in the world. These kids are trying to work, and most of them are teenagers and trying to stock shelves, and people are yelling, hey, you don't have any toilet paper, you don't have any eggs, you got more back there. Well, if they had more back there, they'd be putting them out.
Or they're putting it out as fast as they can.
And yeah, if you see them walking out of the store at the end of their shift with some stuff, they probably got told by their parents, hey, get it, you're already exposed. We're not going to get exposed.
Are you kidding? When I used to work at Tops, my mom used to call me all the time, and that was back when you had to call the front desk to get a hold of me, because I would run in the front end. And yeah, they all knew her because we grew up working or going to that Tops, and it was like, oh, Kristie, your mom's on the phone again. Oh, can you just pick up? I just thought of something else. One time she called me 5 times in one shift, but she did. Finally, I was like, yeah, you got to stop doing that, because I can't stop. But I couldn't tell her to text me a list either. So,
but the doctors, the nurses, the EMTs, the cops that are out there, 8:00 tonight, if you're not essential persons, don't be out on the roads. Don't, just take time. If the sun's out,
firemen, and
just go out and look at the yard and figure out how you can do some yard work or something that,
grill out if it's nice.
Yeah, grill.
Decent, you could do fun stuff like that.
It's there's other stuff that we can do to be out there. Some of us, unfortunately, I'll be going to work at 2 a.m. tonight. But but just take your time, enjoy life.
Yeah.
Sample on this universe. So we're here. We have some other friends that have some other shows. Check them out. Check out some of those other videos. So, check out Finding Jay. We interviewed Jay a couple months ago about his, just getting out in the woods. And, that's my thing. And some of the haunted houses, probably not the smart place to go, because there's a lot of surfaces to touch, but at least a little fresh air and a little sunlight. Nice little walk somewhere.
Yeah.
It is good,
Absolutely.
Don't kill the families. We had some suggestions yesterday. Get the Kool-Aid out, dye the kids' hair, make some Kool-Aid,
Yeah. Play some board games. Get back to basics. What most of us know, But
clean the closets.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
I have a attic, a basement, a lot of some closet. My house is small, and I still don't even want to attempt to do what I know needs to be done. So it's going to be awful.
A little meditation, but that positive thing. That's where we're going to be on. We'll, if we get some other time this week, maybe we can get on for, a little time this week somewhere.
For sure.
Maybe 45 minutes or whatever. We'll do a little pop on somewhere.
I'm always known to kind of pop on out of nowhere just to talk to people or check in or to see what's going on. So you never know, and I'm definitely home working from home. So that's always fun. And don't forget, you guys, if you want readings, I can do readings online just like this, but one-on-one. We can do video. We can do phone. I can do parties online. I've done parties online with people in different states. We can do that. So that's a lot of fun. We still have options. So don't think you can't get your readings done or, have different kinds of sessions because, we can't get together. That has nothing to do with it. So we have lots of options.
And a little tactical Tuesday, everybody's out there running out and grabbing water and they're not paying attention to their neighbors and stuff like that. Get some good quart size or gallon size Ziploc bags, the ones with the good zippers so they hold nice. Fill them up with some water. Stick them in the freezer, especially if you're down south or something like that. It's a good tip. It gives you potable water. It's frozen. And if for some reason you lose power, you have something to keep your foodstuffs cold. That's my little trick for Tactical Tuesday. It's a good camp thing. I realize it's Sunday afternoon, so I guess Save the World Sunday. I don't know. We're not going to go with that, but
Save the World Sunday.
But those little things are a wonderful little tidbit. I talked to some people the other day. Well, I've got all this stuff in the refrigerator. Well, that's great. And Mary's saying she does that for hurricanes, and that's stay safe,
Please do. Remember, you guys, it's all about compassion and loving each other and taking care of each other and going back to the basics, and just human nature, positive, kind, loving human nature. Okay. We have to look out for each other for sure. And trust me, not everything is a conspiracy theory either. I'm hearing that a lot too. And I'm thinking to myself, come on, because you know what? Some things, yes, insurance companies can take advantage from time to time and whatever else, but, not everybody's out to get us. So let's get away from that as well. Okay. And just remember that there is a greater good here and we have to just take care of each other and look out for each other. And we have to do the best we can while we're going through this.
Okay.
So, all right. So before my voice totally gives out, we love you all. We're very grateful for all of you and for spending this time with you. And we look forward to doing it again soon. So for now, enjoy your rest of your Sunday and your families and stay safe and sample on.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.